we're here with the new card segment once again, showcasing for you the combos, the best takes and the hottest analysis straight off the press. Today, it's finally been done. I called it. There's no other card more iconic, deserving of an overframe, and of course, that is the man himself, Gorz, the Emissary of Darkness. Now, this is a new card, unfortunately, but hopefully they'll do something with the OG as well. Actually, is this a new card? Emissaries from Darkness. This is a new card, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm telling you, dude, a whole, like, Gorz archetype? That would be so cool. Okay. So we got the Emissaries from Darkness here. We got the same stats. Level 7 Dark Fiend. You can use the first, second, 5 watts per turn. If you take battle or effect damage, special this card from your hand. And if you do, gain 2,000 and then apply one of these effects. Special summon 1 Emissaries of Darkness from hand, deck, or graveyard. Or destroy up to 2 opponents' attack position monsters. During phase of this card with special summon this turn, you can target 1 trap in your graveyard and set it. Like, absolutely goated, fun, cool card. But, like, it's just bad, right? Like, let's be real. The reality is this card is terrible, but it is really cool. I'm glad that we're getting something for Gorz. If only there was some sort of alternative Yu-Gi-Oh format where you could play this. And don't say the G word, because you wouldn't even play this in that format. Okay? Oh, man. Sealed Yu-Gi-Oh has to become a thing at some point, man. It's so unfortunate. Looks fair to me. Lab support? Look, dude. There is one word that if you see on a new support card, this is the Labyrinth players, okay? This is them, okay? Big... The Labyrinth players, you know, they're pogging, they've got their big silicon breasts, and they're like, woo, I love Labyrinth. And then this word shows up on any new card in Yu-Gi-Oh! They go berserk. Watch this. 1 normal trap card. See that? This word creates, like, some kind of vitriolic reaction inside of the Labyrinth player's heart. It's crazy, you know. 4 words. Sorry, 1 term, not word. Dopamine hit. Posted on Twitter? No. Effect damage, not effect damage from your opponent. Mitsu players take 800... Wait, hold on. Can you trigger this off of yourself? Okay, hold on. Wait. Special this and apply... Okay, wait. I hold up, cooking. So if you self-inflict some damage, you can special this and then special the OG Gorz from your deck, correct? Then you can just make a rank 7. Any rank 7, right? Not OG? Oh, just another copy of itself? Special summon 1 Emissaries of Darkness? Yeah, I guess Gorz just has singular. Ugh, now you have to play 2 of this to make it playable? Can you summon it? Okay. I don't know. I guess, like, maybe you could come up with, like, a goofy play where if your deck has a lot of self-inflicted burn damage, like Mitsurugi Prayers, you can just, like, get a rank 7 off of it. So at least, like, you could go Dracosack, summon 2 tokens, make Trubini, send Dormouse, link into SP, banish Dormouse, bada bang, bada boom, Mitsu Dormouse, am I right, boys? Anti-potential lethal from opponent hand trap this time. While not crazy like previous revealed 2 cards, this card is really good. Gain 2 and get a body is nice, but destroy up to 2 attack position monsters is good to potential denying lethal. Even Lacrima Burn can potentially still be used with your board. Set any trap from grave is not bad, especially if you have universal traps in your grave like Imperm or Impulse. And it can lead to situations like using the trap this turn and your opponent just does some minor burn damage. I think it would be actually kind of crazy if you could just use the trap that turn. During the end phase of the card, especially this turn, you can target a trap in your grave, set it. Okay, so again, just not to like hyper fixate on it because it is just, you know, a cool, fun Gorz card that looks insane. Which, by the way, is this a real card? The female Gorz here? His wife or sister, whatever this is supposed to be? Because maybe there's more support. But, like, if you were to theoretically maybe make it, like, meta bad, you would probably make this, like, on summon. It can set a trap from your grave, and then you could use it the turn it was set. that could maybe be a world where this card could actually be, like, played in a real, like, current advanced deck. But as it stands, it is just, like, a cool card and nothing more. It's the Darkness token. Okay, but who is she, though? Like, does she have... What's her Insta? Like, you're not answering the question. All right, anyway. Father Grizzly! Oh, look what my kid made for me. This was dropped on Father's Day a couple days ago. And alongside it, look at that. Dad. Dad. Look, he made a little handprint here with a fishing rod. That's his actual handprint, doxed. I caught the best dad. See, that's how it works, you know. So for Father's Day, we got Father Grizzly. Oh, finally, dude. He's back from the store after going to get cigarettes for 10 years, but he's finally back. Father Grizzly did not abandon. I think this is the same stats as the Mommy Grizzly. 1410 can only sacrifice once per turn. When this card is destroyed by balance at the grave special, one level 4 monster with 14 from your deck, or if you have 2 or more level 4 monsters with 14 attack in your grave, special a normal monster instead. So it can float into itself or into Mother Grizzly. And then if you already have 2 Mother Grizzlies in your graveyard or copies of himself, you can summon a vanilla. Any vanilla. You can summon White Dust on, the proud dust of them all, and you can even summon Go Giga Gaga Gigo if you want, I guess. So, not really sure what the point of that is. What's the normal summon synergy? I'm not sure. When you put activate a monster effect, you control a face-up non-effect monster. Quick effect, banish the card from your grave, negate the activation, destroy that monster. Put an activate a monster effect, you control a face-up non-effect. It's kind of cool, but, like, why did they give it this random vanilla synergy? Because I don't know about you. I was using Mother Grizzly to summon frogs from my deck back in the day. I wasn't, like, summoning vanillas. I was summoning frogs. Get a little dupe frog if they want to attack over it. I get a search for swap frog, you know what I'm saying? The second effect's kind of busted. Can we just, like, really, like, think about what the word busted means? Like, when you think of busted, you think Lavaval Chain, VFD, Shockmaster. You're looking at a guy that pops if you have a normal monster. Like, are you going to put that effect in the same sentence and arena as those cards? Busted for 2015? Yeah, this card is great if, like, only 10 other cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Exist, I guess, technically. Oh my god. Alright, anyway, yeah, I don't know what we're doing here. Happy Father's Day, I guess. Glad to see the whole Grizzly family together now, yep. Myriad? Mayday? Is it supposed to... It's a play on Mayday and Myriad? Myriad? I actually don't know how to say that word. You know, for the longest time growing up, I pronounced the word epitome incorrectly because when you read a lot but don't talk a lot, you don't really get an opportunity to, like, use words verbally. So growing up, I read a lot. So I knew a lot of, like, big words for my age, but I never knew how to, like, say most of them. So don't ask me how to pronounce a ancient Egyptian coffin. That would be a big mistake. Anyway, this is a level 1 light dark dragon. Level 1 light dragon. Once per turn during the end phase, you can pay 100 and place a Myriad token. See that word? I still don't know if it's Myriad or Myriad. Anyway, pay 100, place a Myriad counter on this card. Once per turn, you can place a Myriad counter on this for every 1,000 points difference between your life and your opponent's. Gain 10,000 attack while it has 10 or more Myriad counters. This would be a struggle battle card if I remove a Myriad counter from it instead. Like, again, a card that is just really cool and sealed. Like, you put this in, like, a draft or something, it's actually, like, low-key really, really cool and neat, and you could, like, maybe make, like, a combo based around it or something. But you never play that. This is the card. These are the cards that I want Konami to make a format based on, you know? And it just doesn't exist, man. It just doesn't exist. Oh. Okay, anyway. Next up. Desatrification Dino Stratiae. Two monsters, including a Dino. Link 2/0 attack. You'll second effect once per turn. If this is Links, I'll make it gain attack equal to half the total original attack of the Dino used as material. Anyone trying to link off Tyranno? During your main, you can fusion a Dino from your extra by banishing the materials from your field and or graveyard. Can't spend extra rest of turn except Dinos. I mean, this is a crazy card, no? This is absolutely ludicrous. It's just Verte for dinosaurs. Now, I don't know if dinos have enough good cards recently to facilitate this being broken. But, like, in practicality, this is just straight up just an extra deck miracle fusion for dinos. That is really fucking good. So, I can imagine this card being completely busted in some deck, some dino deck one day. What that deck will be? Maybe it's GMX. Yeah, I get maybe. GMX support, and yeah, GMX support. This is a good card that just doesn't have options. Maybe new Dino fusions sometime later. Potential Dynamorphia boost. Clearly GMX support. Dino version of Miracle Fusion effect is good, especially. Like, you just, like, pure card economy-wise and value-wise, like, this card is unbelievably broken, right? Like, actually, just zero drawback Miracle Fusion for Dinos. I guess the drawback is you're locked into Dinos, but, you know, the idea is that, oh no, Rockets are locked into Dark Dragons, oh no. Anyway, right? Type shit. But, yeah, this is unbelievable. It's just, find me a good Dino deck, I guess, is the biggest issue. Alright, we got Hubolt, the Dark Directory of Death. Level 6, Dark Zombie. Damn. She, is she a Scaly? What is she wearing? What is that? Are those scales, or is that, like, metal-plated thunder thigh highs? That's a dude! Okay. Well, it's a good thing I wasn't going to let my next thought come out of my head there. Gay! I know. You can only... Listen, have you seen my dueling book profile? 7 more days. You can only use the second and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can normal this card without tributing. If it's normal or special, send a level 6 or higher zombie from deck to the grave. Except itself, then add a level 6 or higher zombie from your grave to your hand. If a monster is special from the grave while this is on the field, you can immediately have this effect resolves Xyz summon. Now, I don't know if you guys watch, like, Farfa videos. Oh, God, I know. But what you'll have noticed is over the many different, like, drafts and sealed stuff we've done, anytime there's, like, generic zombies involved, they completely dominate and crush the format. Zombies are just, like, one coherent strategy and win con away from being a tier 1 deck. Like, they just have so many good, like, random generic busted cards that just aren't quite at the advanced level yet, and I don't know, it's weird. Like, when do we just get a good zombie deck? Just a good old, like, zombie deck, you know? It's been a while. So hopefully soon. But, you know, we're looking forward to tagging out ritual monsters and summoning Funny Dark Rabbit, unironically, as a grown adult man. So, yeah, this card's cool. You know, I don't think it's amazing. Maybe it's a one-of if you can, like, tutor it easily with, like... I think maybe the Pumpkin cards can potentially do stuff with this because they can generically special zombies from deck. So perhaps there's use there. And it specifically synergizes with the XE they have. So he looks pretty atomic. This indirect Pumpkin support is absolutely atomic. What is the reference there? This is literally Pumpkin support again. They really want their Pumpkin to be viable, don't they? Also, this card is, yeah, really good for Pumpkin. Summon it with the King. For Pumpkin, but... Okay, guys, we get it. Okay, we got a bunch of TCG exclusives from Chaos Origin, I believe. Early Chaos Origin box openings. Is that legal this week or next week? Distrust Paranoia. Normal trap card. Where's the Labyrinth Silicon Boob Woman again? Where is she? There she is. There she is. Pogging out right there in her silver castle. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Alright, normal trap card. Take control of all your opponent's monsters in this card's column. Hey, listen, that's actually good for that. Like, you can activate it on the turn it's set with Coup Clock. Set this from your deck with Lady and then steal your opponent's monster. You know, sometimes you don't want to pop their card. Sometimes you don't want to send it to the graveyard. You can just steal it. You know how else you can steal your opponent's card? I'm just saying, paper players. There are other ways to steal cards. For legal reasons, that's a joke. If this set card in its owner's control has left the field by an opponent's effect and is now in the grave or banished, special this as an effect monster with 40/40 stats. With the following effect, by the way. Unaffected by card effects activated in the same column. It's kind of neat. Maybe at an absolute stretch, you'd play it as a one-of. Now, the one cool thing about this is, like, if your opponent's on, like, back row breakers, like Lightning Storm or something, you can go, like, chain your trap card, and then chain the Lady, and then Lady sets this from deck. The Lightning Storm resolves, destroys everything, and then this comes back as a big 40/40 Chungus that's unaffected by cards in the same column. So you can put it, like, under an EMZ or something, potentially. But, like, people would have been playing Waking the Dragon if they were trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But that's something you could do with it. Yomagna the Fire Phantom. Why does this read like a fucking Yo Mama joke? Yo, Yomagna so fire that she cannot be normal summoned. Sorry, let's read the card. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be specialed from your hand by shuffling 3 cards of the same type, monster, spell, trap, from grave into the deck or extra deck. If this is special, declare a monster type. This card becomes that type till the end of this turn. During your main phase, fusion a fusion from your extra using monster field, including this card. So normally when they make world premieres like this, it's like for a very specific deck, right? Like this one is, not this one, sorry. Oh, this one, this next one I think is like very specifically, clearly a like Blitzkrieg card, for example. What is this one supposed to be? Like what are the... Is there something that it's like really supposed to be good for? Sacred Beast? Okay, cool. Yeah, again, like I'm just reading this and I'm thinking, you know, cool, kind of maybe neat sealed cards. Don't know where you would really play this. Chats tell me this isn't even good in Sacred Beast, so I'll take their word for it. Thunder Crash Snarecrow. Yeah, get it? Snarecrow. He's a scarecrow that snares you. Bada bing, bada boom. Each time a non-thunder is specialed face up, well, this... Listen, if racism was a type in Yu-Gi-Oh, it'd be Thunder. I don't know what it is with Thunders, but they are just... Actually, no, wait, no, Thunders are the victims of racism. Oh, so this is revenge, actually. Yeah, this is for all that bullshit Kit's been pulling on them. So when a non-Thunder is specialed face up while this is in the main monster zone, that monster cannot attack this turn and destroy it during the end phase. Each time? Oh, in the end phase. Wait, this is kind of shit. So Blitzkrieg is this new archetype that has this kind of like play on your opponent's turn playstyle. They can pretty much summon any generic thunder, or maybe even specifically light thunder, to their field by doing a bunch of like recruiting and activating their effects that summon from hand and stuff like that. So the idea is that you get this out onto the board like turn 0 or something like that. So like maybe it could be good because they don't really have too much of a way to deal with... How does this effect work? Does this like linger on the monster? Like let's say I summon SP, banish the Snarecrow. What happens in the end phase? Does the SP die theoretically, or does it have to... Is it like an effect that applies onto it? Type of thing? Okay. Like if you do this literally turn 0, maybe it's kind of cool in the deck. But I think people generally have been summoning like Thunder Sky Monk or something. There's like a generic Thunder old as fuck Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's just like a Solemn Strike on legs. You can summon Ryo on your opponent's turn, so this guy is clearly just worse. But I mean, it's kind of cool to just get this out turn 0, because like it forces them to just like deal with it ASAP before they can even like begin making the rest of their board. But anyway, if you're playing against Branded, they're going to summon 5 guys in the end phase anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter. And this is a new grave card, face-up card you control, destroy, and if you do add this card to your hand. Don't know if that's good. I believe it is because the Blitzkriegs all trigger when they're destroyed, and then you get this back to your hand, and then all the Blitzkriegs can like summon like thunders from your hand again, so it recycles. It's not actually that bad. Mixousia the Confounder. Mixousia, how are people pronouncing that? Mixousia? Mixousia? Guys, have you read Mix? Level 8 Dark Spellcaster Fusion requires a Spellcaster and a non-Spellcaster. Oh no! Draco Tail isn't getting enough good cards. We need more fusion support. We need more super poly targets. You can target a face-up monster in the field and declare an attribute. It becomes that attribute. During your opponent's main phase, quick effect, fusion a fusion from your extra by banishing this. You control monsters from your field or grave as material. Isn't this just like a turn 0, whatever the hell you want? If this is in your grave, declare an attribute. This card becomes that attribute. You can always effect once per turn. I don't think the grave manipulation is relevant. I don't even know if the manipulation is relevant at all, but quick effect fusion after you Fimena this on your opponent's turn is kind of disgusting, right? Because you can just Fimena, fuse this, trigger the effects, summon this, activate this, banish materials from your grave to summon Secretarion, Mysterion, stuff like that, I guess. Right? It's technically for Alistair. Oh, okay, some of the new Alistair cards do want you to change your attribute. That makes sense. Winda. Okay, like, what Shadal monster? Like, if he can turn into a Shadal, then yeah, you could turn 0 Winda, but listen, we're not doing that shit again. Yeah, this thing is, like, crazy. I don't know what it is with TCG exclusives always being broken for Draco Tail and no other deck, but sure. Yeah, this is 100% just, like, gonna be played. Serenemisia, Mystical Beast of the Forest. Did we just get a big meta update to the 2026 event? Yo, hold on. Echo Mystical Beast of the Forest? That's a Mystical Beast of the Forest card, right? Yes! Oh, Mystical Spirit of the Forest. That's not the same card. Okay, so Mystical Beast of the Forest has, like, reflect effect damage. What does this one do? 0/16, level 2 Earth Beast. Relevant stats for, you know, what's that deck called again? Raccoons, yeah, that one. If this is normal or specialed, banish face-up 1 beast from your hand or face-up field until the end phase. Special an Earth Beast from your deck or grave with an equal or lower level than that monster's original level. Is this just supposed to be a Melfi card? Then your opponent gets special monster from their hand. It does effect once per turn. So, summoning a monster from your opponent's hand is not very good, but I think the idea is that it just lets you... It puts your opponent in a position where they trigger your Melfis for you, I believe, right? Is this supposed to just be like a normal summon for Melfis, because Melfi don't really have a normal summon? It does trigger the Melfis? Yeah. Yeah, this is just like... yeah, this is really good for Melfi. You banish Melfi, then add it back in the end phase and use it anyway. Okay, sick. Can always affect once per turn. Your opponent's monsters that can attack must attack the monster you control with the highest attack, their choice, if tied. Random little protection, I guess. That's cool. Yeah, this is a good card. Imposter Shift. Among Us. When a monster effect that was activated on your opponent's field by targeting card in the field resolves, if any of those targets are in a different column than that opponent's monster, they can banish a card from their grave. If they did not negate the activated effect. What? You can banish a monster from your grave, special an imposter token. Not doing this shit, dude. I'm too old for this shit, dude. Like, I'm a grown-ass man. I ain't reading that garbage. What do you imposter token? Get the fuck out of here, Konami. You're gonna have me summoning imposter tokens as a 30-year-old dude? Like, fuck off. Mortalux Herover. Rank 8 Light Winged Beast. 30/21. How much? 2+ level 8s. If a monster is sent to your opponent's grave except during the damage step, Target one of them and attach it to this. Use effect once per turn. This gains effect based on the number of materials attached. Can't be destroyed. Can't target. Detach 3. Send a monster on the field to the grave. Is that a quick effect? No, it's not a quick effect. This card's ass, right? Looks cool, but it's... What is this? King of the Suck? Bro summons furry depictions of fairy tale stories, but draws the line at imposter tokens. No, listen, it's not COVID anymore, okay? I'm not trying to watch, like, Saikudo and Pokimane and Valkyrie find out if, this guy's toast is the imposter again, okay, dude? This card seems mid. I don't know what that's for. It's an 8, indestructible 8, so it's marginally okay, cool. Master might accidentally include TC exclusive with the chess archetype, which is actually Phantom Knight support. Okay, okay. Surprisingly many good stuff here. Yomagna is for Sacred Beasts. Snarecrow for Blitzkrieg. Mixousia for Alistair. And Serene is for Melfi. Another way to summon Kalantosa for Disruption. Good free agents. Imposter Shift is for S-Force to use with Mystify move effect, and it helps Link Climb while putting S-Forces into Banishment for Platina or Night Chaser to revive. Does S-Force have all of their quote-unquote newer cards? Because I'm pretty sure that deck was like 1 card away from being broken, no? Like, they were doing like combos. They got a Link 1 recently or something, didn't they? This set? Yeah, like, isn't S-Force like low-key playable now? Because previously it was like, you know, not even close to playable. Now it's like maybe okay, right? I mean, it's did fuck all in Japan, right? Big in Japan. Big in Japan. What's the meta looking like over there? Toons. Has anyone shown DZ this pie chart? Dude, whatever you do, don't show Doug this pie chart. He will shit himself. I can't believe he deleted that video. I'm so mad. Light and Darkness Ritual is not good, apparently. Huh. Really? Witchcrafter Unchained. Ooh, Unchained is back, baby. That's with the new support, right? Yeah, it's the 0 S4. I don't... That's not even, like, a thing. Alright. Next up. Alright, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The brand new Deccan archetype. Angelechy. Angelechy. But apparently there's also a Phantom Knight card in here somewhere, so let's do this first. Witness of the Ancient. We got a level 8 Light Machine Tuner. Sorry, hot take, but they're really overdoing it with the overframes. Like, these are supposed to be special and rare. Who the hell are you? If you have a Synchro in your field or grave, special this. If this is special, place up to 3 Synchro monsters with different names from your extra and or grave in your spell and trap zone as continuous spells. And then special an arc token with a level equal to the number placed. Also, for the rest of this turn, you can't special from the extra deck except Synchros. I don't know what this is, but it probably does some goofy-ass, like, combo. Like, this will be in a table 500 for sure. I think it's awesome that world premieres get overframes. I think you are dumb. Shamanite, Shamanite. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Non-bred duelist cup right here. Yeah. Yeah. That's my that type shit. Yeah. Sahara Desert. Nightmare. Rank 3 Dark Warrior. 1724. 2+ level 3s. BA is so freaking back. This card is Xyz summoned. Or if a trap you own is banished. So you can quick effect this on your opponent's turn with the Phantom Knights. Target one of your banished traps and attach it to that. Recycle them. That's really cool. Detaching number of materials from this. Then target a dart monster in your grave or banishment with a level equal to the number detached and special it. What is really the point of this? Summon a barrier statue. Oh, awesome. Yes, I know it's a Phantom Knight card. But, like, practically, what are you doing with this that Levier wouldn't really offer you, you know? If you're just recurring bodies. Recycling the trap is nice. Does this trigger Bardiche? What does Bardiche need to be summoned to its zone to pop a card? Is it a Dark Xyz or something it needs? Dark Exceed is special to zone this, but yeah, okay. So it could trigger Bardish, I guess. But so does Breaksword. Level equal to number detached. So levels only. And you have to detach 3. Or if it tries to target one of your banished traps attached to this. So you can get like 4 materials onto this really easily just with 2 bodies. So you go like 2 level 3s overlay into this. On summon. Activate it, attach a banished trap to it, and then you can banish a trap and then attach to it. Again. No, it's 1 effect per turn. Okay, but you can get 3 materials, and then you detach 3, you instantly bring back a 3, like a banished cloak or something. Get it back into rotation. So it's nice to recycle your resources. It's okay. I don't see this doing anything like particularly like game breaking though. Let's Phantom Knight play Impulse and Spark. Yeah, I guess you don't need anything except darks now, so that's cool. Alright. A little bit disappointing, but sure. Alright, here's the new deck. Angelechy. So we got level 10, 8, 7, 2, Synchros, and no main deck monsters. I'm seeing trap cards. That's a problem. Okay, so we are doing Angelechy problem. This is a chess deck. Oh, look at that. There's a chessboard in the air. Once per turn, you can discard a spell Trap, special level 2 Angelechy from your extra, and if you do place an Angelechy monster from your extra to your spell trap zone as a face-up continuous spell. Okay, well, whatever this is, clearly is absolutely turbo broken in this new deck. That's, like, clearly the entire purpose here. If a face-up Angelechy is you control this drop a battle or card effect, you can return Angelechy monster from your own spell and trap zone to the extra deck, then you can special summon it. It's very clear what that is. Because if you just place a bunch of spell and trap synchros into your spell and trap zone, you can't summon them because they weren't correctly summoned. So this puts them back into the extra, then summons them. Now, it doesn't correctly summon them, but at least it lets you make them into monsters. So you could just basically summon any of these guys out your extra deck, essentially. So we should probably read what the 2 does, because that seems to be the most important part of this. And then we'll read the main deck, and then the rest. Angelechy Enlisted, level 2 Light Fairy Tuner. You can target a monster in your opponent. You can target one opponent's monster in this card's adjacent column. Is a monster directly in front of this considered adjacent? It is a pawn. Yes, that's the theme. It's how a pawn takes. A pawn takes diagonally, right? Not... Like, when I think of it... Wait, hold on. What is adjacent? Like, here's, like, zones here, right? Alright, so this is my side. This is my opponent's side. Like, my pawn is here. Pawns take like this, right? But that's not adjacent. This is adjacent. No? Isn't this adjacent? Adjacent column. Oh, right. That makes sense. Adjacent column. Okay, it literally is a pawn. That's really cool. You banish it, then change control of this card by moving it to one of your opponent's main monster zones in this card's adjacent column. If the controller of this face-up card changes, return this to the extra deck. Then the owner of this card specials an Angelechy from the extra deck. That is really cool. What the fuck? I never really thought of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, board as, like, a chessboard, but that is, like, really fucking cool. Like, it actually just takes the monster and then turns into it's like a queen, also. Like, upgrades itself. Well, not really. It's how the pawns work. They can upgrade into queens or something. I haven't played chess before. What happens when you get a pawn on the other side? It becomes, like, any one of your taken pieces, I think, is how it works, right? Any piece. Any piece at all? Okay. And then we got the trap cards. We got Disturbance and Opening to E4. There's no shot they just called it that. What? They just called it Opening to E4? If your opponent goes first, you could also activate this card from your hand during the standby of their first turn. That is quite literally an Opening to E4. You can activate this card from your hand during the standby of their first turn. Place an Angelechy field spell from your hand, deck, or grave face-up unit if you do special level 2 or lower, or level 2 or 7 Angelechy from your extra to the extra main monster zone. And if you do place one Angelechy monster from your extra deck in your spell trap zone as a face-up continuous spell. Dude, this is just the full setup. Turn 0. Until the end of your next turn after this card resolves, you cannot special from your extra except synchros. That's a whole chessboard. Turn 0. Angelechy the start. Can you negate any of this stuff? Is this ashable? Place special from extra. You can't ash special from extra, right? No? Okay. The only card that stops this is Impulse. Huh. It's a good thing they didn't make it ashable, because ashing the first turn of chess's most classic play would be pretty controversial. We might have to get Hikaru on that one. Okay, so I mean, this is just a one card, like, full chessboard. Angelechy Disturbance. Give control of one Angelechy you control to your opponent. Then if your opponent controls a face-up card in its adjacent monster zones and or spell trap zones, their effects are negated. So you give your opponent a card, and then it negates everything adjacent to it. You can banish this from your grave and then add an Angelechy spell trap from your deck to your hand. Wow. Okay. I don't know if this is good. I mean, it seems funny for sure. I don't know if this is going to be good, though. So this is the other important one you can summon for free. Target a monster in another column. Banish it. If this card is placed in the spell and trap zone as a continuous spell, you can add an Angelechy spell from your deck to your hand. There is no Angelechy spells. There's literally just one. I mean, I guess we're going to get broken ones in the future. Guys, trust me. Wave 1 support, guys. You can easily splash this in Labyrinth. Yeah, there they go again. Normal trap card. These people can't help themselves. They see a normal trap card and they go fucking crazy. Okay, so this one just adds any Angelechy spell. We're going to get more, trust me. While this is treated as a continuous spell, each time your opponent activates a card effect, inflict 500 to your opponent when it resolves. Oh, just random burn win con as well. Okay. And then we got Bastion and Shatranga. Target one other card in this card's column, banish it. I'm just saying, if this one is the king and it says, like, you lose the duel if it is sent to the graveyard or something, I will shit myself. Target one other card in this card's column, banish it, and if this card is placed... Oh, wow. Just perma banish any other card in this column? That's crazy. Spells, traps, monsters. If this card is placed in the spell trap as a continuous spell, you could place a Shatranga from your extra. Wow, so you can place like 4 guys in total with this one, I believe. Well, this card is treated as continuous spell. Other Angelicies on the field cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So full protection as well for your whole board. Any Angelechy card. Wow. And then this is the big boss guy. Target one monster your opponent controls, banish it. Any monster. This card is yeah, that's a queen, right? I guess, you know, moves anywhere. If this card is placed in the spell as a continuous spell, add an Angelechy trap. Kills this fight once. But while this tree is a continuous spell, your opponent can only attempt to activate up to 4 monster effects per turn. Can you do that turn 0? You do that turn 0? Dude. Alright. It's like Nibiru for monster effects. Alright. Well, anyway, you guys are probably wondering by now, is this good? Is this playable? Alright. So, your opponent's going first, turn 0. If your opponent goes first, you say, I'm white, so I go first. That's not racist, remember. That is the rules of chess. Whites go first. Alright, so turn 0, you activate the trap card, which sets up the full chessboard here. We activate Angelechy problem? Wait, what? Is that what we translated it as? Oh no, that's actually the problem. Big problem incoming. Okay, so you use the trap card and you so place one in your extra deck in your spell trap zone. And then this activates. Target one other card in this card's column, banish it. Wait, but that's not turn 0, right? No, it's the effect when it's placed to place another. So effect to place another, we place Shatranga. And then this one is, well, this card is treated as a continuous spell. Now your opponent, turn 0, has only 5 monster effects to deal with, like, this board. If this card is placed, you can add an Angelechy trap. So it's not very good, I guess. But just with one card, you are forcing your opponent into activating only 5 monster effects that turn. Okay, now let's see what we can do turn 1. Yes, we're playing Albaz, I know. Alright, we're gonna go Albaz, special summon into woman, into Glitch Clutch Null Gainer. If this card is synchroed, add a level 8 or higher monster with 0 attack from your deck to your hand. Who mega lol? Target one monster with 0 attack in your grave special, but it negates its effects. It can be used as material. Okay, so there it is. That's the new guy. You make this, and you get Witness of the Ancient, the new Angelechy card, basically. If you control a synchro, special this, and then when you special this, it places 3 guys from your extra deck. So we place Horse, King, and... wait, where'd the token come from? We get a token up to 3, and then special an arc token with a level equal to number placed. So level 2 token now. You place this because you place the Bastion. The Bastion placed the Chaturanga. And then when this is placed, we add a... When he's placed, sorry, or the horse. When the horse is placed, you get a spell. When the Chaturanga is placed, you get a trap card. Now, I believe this is a quick sync. No, this is a quick sync. We're just making a 10 here. We're going into Lizabel. We're activating the effect of Null Gainer. Null Gainer revives back the 8 here. We go into Crimson Dragon. We set the field spell, triggering the Crimson Dragon to summon out Crystal Wing. Activate the field spell, discarding a card to special summon out Enlisted. And then that places another horse here. And there you go. That's your turn 1 Albaz plus discard combo. Peta, the horse is here. Alright, what do we have? Well, we've got a Crystal Wing Negate. We've got a Levizabel Tribute and Steal. We got the Disturbance to Pawn E4 Take. Tagging itself away out into Chaturanga. Activate the trap in the graveyard to banish to add follow-up. We've got the horses and stuff for the protection. The other effect as well here. While this card is continuing, if this card is placed, you can add, you can only use effect once. While this card is your opponent inflicts 5. Okay, so your opponent's taking 1,000 damage for every card they activate now as well to out this board, which is fully indestructible. So that's okay, you know. This is not a deck by itself, so far at least, but you can definitely pair this with stuff. All right, someone wants to show me a White Forest combo here. All right, we got LZ and any spell trap. We're gonna add Sylvie. Sylvie going to add Tail. Synchro into Woman. Adding Azamina LZ, reset the spell that we discarded, especially the LZ from the hand. Because we control it, we're going to go into the Glitch Clutch. We get to trigger the Azamina to search for a Sinful Spoils, and this guy also searches the new Witness. Okay, so this card is very integral to this deck strategy. It's the entire, like, thing that pieces this together. And how you make this into a competent bridge strategy for other decks. So we go into the Witness Knight. We place the 2 trap, the 2 chess pieces. We get the level 2 token. We add the spell and the trap from both of these effects here. We're going to synchro into Cheng Ying. Activate this guy to revive it. Go into the Crimson Dragon. Set a card. Crimson Dragon got a special out. Xylan. Activate the Angelechy Problem. Discard a card to get out the Enlisted, level 2 here. Placing the Bastion. Activate the Disturbance on the opponent's turn. Pawn E4 Take. Tag itself out. Summon out Chaturanga. Chatranga's field effect is... What is this again? It doesn't actually do anything. Still not Crimson Dragon. Sorry, I keep mixing up with Crimson Dragon. It's Zolkin. It sort of does the same thing. It's an ignition effect, so it's not relevant. Yeah. The Banish effect here. How are we triggering Cheng Ying on the opponent's turn? Disturbance Banish gives follow-up and allows for Cheng Ying to banish on demand. So the Disturbance is a trap that we can use to add. And then on the new chain, the Cheng Ying triggers to Ice Dragon your opponent. Xylan negate. We got Chaturanga and the Bastion protections. And 500 damage for every card effect. We got the recycle of the Sylvie as well. LZ comes back to the hand for a follow-up. Boom. Good. That's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. All right, more combos. Toon Angelechy tops Chinese no banless tournament. Okay, I don't know about that one, Chief. By the way, guys, I have a Discord channel specifically for this stuff. So if you guys want to join the Discord to show off combos for new decks and stuff, then feel free. Okay, we've got an elf note version here. So we're going to go woman into the dog, synchro into the 7, add Tenia, special summon back the dog, go into the 8 here. If your deck can make a level 8 synchro, you can just go into the Angelechy setup. The Angelechys are not a pure deck, I think, but the ability to just have it, like, some way to make a level 8 synchro, and then just have all of this, like, protection and follow-up and mini engine in your deck is actually kind of ridiculous. I suppose, like, the downside is, like, drawing these cards is kind of ass. I mean, not really, right? Because the trap is, like, full setup. The field spell is kind of full setup by itself. So, I mean, it's you know, making, like, an extra deck engine is actually kind of broken if you think about it. I mean, this might actually be crazy. I don't think you can do Fiendsmith combos because they are... one of them locks you, right? This guy locks you. Rest of this turn, you can't special from the extra deck except synchros. Yeah. There's a couple of locks, I'm pretty sure, here. Okay, so now we go into the Tenia. Tenia send here. Summon out the Regina. Regina's going to special out Fortuna. Fortuna's going to get the trap. Literally, like, no back row left. Trap send, bring back dog. Make Dragster. Regina going to recycle itself back to the hand here. All right, I mean, this is absolutely ludicrous, right? This is one Lucina. So we have Dragster spell, trap negate. We got back-to-back to bring back a tuner, which can bring back the enlisted on your opponent's turn. Is it any synchro? Target a tuner in your grave. Okay, tuner specifically. We can bring back enlisted on the opponent's turn. We have an Omni negate with the trap card to bring back Sterlitzia. Sterlitzia can then bring itself back to swap zones with the Tenia to hand loop your opponent. Yeah, no, this is crazy. All right, well, any other combos? Ray's got an FTK on the dueling book here. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing here with the Albaz combo. We are going into the level 8 synchro here for the witness. That's gonna place the guys. We get the spells and traps from the search effects here. We set up all 3. 4 total because of the Bastion. Get a level 2 token. Oh, actually, no, this is... I don't think the token level matters anymore. Anyway, we're gonna summon out Bish Balkan. Alright, 1 card Albaz FTK. Alright, discard, get the 2 into Meadow Marcher, bring this back. Synchro up into Beals with the Mind Castlin synchro as material. Mind Castlin, remember, swaps your opponent's card. So you give your opponent Beals, and then we activate a burn card effect at some point through here. Yeah, so we give our opponent the Enlisted, which immediately triggers. Because our opponent activated a card effect, we get to activate the Horse. The Horse burns for 500 every time your opponent activates a card effect. Because you activated a burn effect, the Beals triggers to gain attack for 500 attack. Because you activated your opponent activated the Beals, the Horse triggers to burn for 500. Because the Horse is triggering to burn for 500, the Beals triggers again. And there you go. FTK, 1 card combo with Fallen of the White Dragon. I don't know why Beals isn't banned yet, by the way. Like, that could, every few formats, Beals and Bishbal can do something ridiculous. All right. I think that's it for all the replays. So that is the card showcase. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Card Showcase. Sign up to the... Well, not sign up. Join the Discord if you want to submit your own replays for future card cases. We do this every time there's a new way to support. Thanks for joining in, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.